Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another edition of First 40 Turns. Really enjoying this series, and this time we are Brazil. Brazil is fabulous. They do have a bias, if you will, towards jungle. Again, we've got a bit of an unusual situation with this one, same as the last one we had, where we do have some ugly tiles to the left. We're going to see what's going on there. But this is an opportunity, again, to see the kind of things that can come from unusual starts, not necessarily OP starts. So, we've got some really nice tiles way out here, so there's potential for some cities up in this range that might be good. And who knows, maybe a Petra city for chat. You never really know. We obviously love this start as a city itself. 2-2 city center, a 3-2 there, a couple of 2-2s, a culture tile, a 1-3, ton of growth for farming. Those obviously get in the way of districts. Of course, with Brazil, keeping in mind that they have the standard adjacency from districts, you know, it's going to kind of hinder you a little bit because you want tons of jungle, right? You want tons of jungle to give you the adjacencies. For instance, like right here, a campus would get 1, 2, and then a third from that. So like right there, that would be a campus. But if those both were jungle, then it'd be like a 5 at minimum, depending on what that tile is. So it's kind of a, you know, it's a give and take thing. You're not always going to have a perfect start, but if you want to play Brazil and this, you look at this and think, it's not bad. Found the city. There we go. More empty tiles up here. You could potentially, if you got a builder, you could get a really high population real quick by eating some of that marsh. Different options. You could do a commercial hub there. Maybe do a triangle of districts there even. You know, you got some different options you could actually do there. Maybe commercial hub, campus, theater square. You know, different options that you could pursue, and then have it surrounded by jungle, which is not that bad. 5 turns on our growth because we do have a 2-2 city center and a 3-2 tile to work. So lines up perfectly for our scout set at the beginning, which we love. Let's take a quick look out here and see what we've got. Some nice flat land to explore. See if we don't have a Petra city out here for everybody. We would want to work. We do obviously have to get to irrigation is the biggest thing. It's too bad that that isn't a 2-2 tile of that culture, because we're not going to want to work it early on, which means we won't really get the culture boost out of it particularly soon. Yeah, we do have the resources to farm, so you could go. What you can do in this situation is you can go with pottery. When you get a builder, you can get the boost. So yeah. Obviously, you're going to want to be able to chop jungle in order to put down districts, so you're not going to want to wait too long to get the bronze working. That's another thing that you got to make sure you're keeping track of when you're starting off a city, starting off a game. If you're looking for certain locations to put wonders or districts, do not forget that you need irrigation to clear marsh, you need bronze working to clear the rainforest, and of course the woods need mining. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Next turn, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's step on this hill and see what kind of love we get. Wow. All kinds of floodplains. Some more hills out here. Looks like at least 3 more hills maybe, and a mine there, of course, would go down. Definitely a potential Petra city if it gets really nice out here. But for that, we'll have to find out. Really quick scout coming at you. With that scout, I would probably... Whoa. Turn 3. Hello there. I would probably head up on this river and just make sure we know what's going on here, because it definitely looks like the jungle is this way. In our second, third city, we're going to want to move to the jungle. And then maybe 4th city, Petra. So there you go. Let's see about giving this guy a whack. Actually, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to step to here and then hit him. That way he's going to want to turn directly back this way. Whereas if I were to hit him this direction, he might actually say, let's go there. And then I got to track him down that way. I might even be able to hit him again, but, you know, sometimes you might get away. If he ever sees the city, you're in trouble. So at least this way, he's going to just get the heck away from our city. There he goes. Let's head back over here. Oh, wow. Another goody hut. Whew. I'm glad I decided to take that journey instead of that one. Okay, so 2 more turns on that. Next turn we go. Let's see. He went up that way, so we're good for a while. Let's go down this way. Oh, wow. There's that barb hut. We knew it would be fairly close. We're going to want to clear that out, but we're going to want to be full health as well. And we're going to probably want our +5 before we do. So what I'll probably do is turn around, go get that, heal up, wait till we have our +5 strength versus barbarians. But look at this. Let's take a quick look at our settler lens. We're not seeing anything here. If we can ever get some fresh water, some really nice tiles in here. It'd be nice to kind of settle some fresh water down in here. It'd be really good as an option. So let's go next turn. We're going to have ourselves a scout. Actually, it looks like there actually is water right there. It looks like it might be even a bit of a coast or something. I'm actually enticed to step on this hill and see what's going on there. Oh, it's actually a mountain. Forget me. So that gives us more options this way. Although there's not enough jungle to really make it worth it. I was going to say like it's a +3 right there. So not too bad, not too bad. Scout right into settler. Now that we are pop 2, we're working these tiles there, which is good. 10 turns. So at turn 16, we'll have our settler, which is solid. Let's head back up this way. Actually, I'm going to step to there and learn here. We're going to take 2 turns to get to next turn. Just a point of order, if you will. If I can take that turn. If you have a goody hut like this, always grab the goody hut before you wait and heal, because I could stand there and heal for 3 turns to get to full health on the way back. But there's a chance that you could actually get experience from this goody hut, so you might as well get the goody hut first. And maybe there's a chance you grab it, and if you get that goody, if you get the experience, then you don't have to wait the time. Getting experience from a goody hut's not great, but there's a chance you get it. So, yeah. So I'm gonna actually. Oh, I've come this way. I've got enough more than I can shoot here. So there's a river right here though. So then there's a 2/2 tile there. So potential down here for a city. That river continues along that path right in here. So I think I'm going to investigate that. The plan was to go this way, and I kind of debated myself out of there. Let's walk up on top of that next turn. Pop 3 in 6 turns. Boom. Okay, so there you go. Wouldn't you know it? That is exactly what we got. We got ourselves experience. So, Petra City, if you were to settle the wheat, you would get these 2. You would get these 2 here. Those 3 as well as that. Those 2 would be able to reach. Those 2 would be in reach. Maybe you've got a little bit more luck here. So you could settle the wheat potentially. You'd only have the 1 chop within range, so you'd want to get it going quickly. The hope was you could settle that and have the deer in the 2 trees, which would be much nicer in order to chop it out. But that will not be the case if you want these tiles out here. The only reason I would settle this is if it happened to be like a bunch right here that I could grab to make it much easier to actually physically get it. GM with the auto host, thank you very much. Welcome in anybody who's hanging out in GM's room somehow. Bill, thank you very much for the support, buddy. Appreciate it. GM is the man. The myth, the legend. Units. Let's just take a look at this river real quick. There's actually coast there as well. Excuse me. So, yeah. Some nice tiles in here. Hopefully there's something there, potentially. We might be at the southern end of this, peninsula here. So, 4 horses, all for this city. I think I would probably go one of these 2 tiles. We can discuss that a little bit further, but that's our situation. I'm going to be able to just flip this guy around, walk up here, and start exploring that. Incoming horse barbs. If that starts spawning them, absolutely. I'm going to take this promotion and go over there and kill that thing right now. But it hasn't found, as far as I know, it hasn't found me. It hasn't found anybody else, and we're fine. Let's keep going this way. There's another camp. Good to know. More horses. Oh my goodness gracious me. The horses. We're going to pop up on this hill next turn and go up that way. Settler in 7, growth in 4. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Pottery. I'm going to go to there. How many turns on Coda Loss? 4 turns? Okay. Because I have the promotion, I don't necessarily concern myself too much with... I'm going to go mining. We do have the bronze working boost that we got out of that camp. Step to there. Some more continued good tiles. You could potentially have a city here. You wouldn't want to count yourself out on the T. And obviously, you'd actually probably want to get right to here. So you could potentially put a city there and have the jungles at the extreme. In a situation, particularly with the adjacency districts that you can get with the jungle and that, before you plan out too many of your cities, you're going to want to have all the jungle in mind before you kind of plan things out. Because you may want to put a city at one edge of the jungle and another city at the other edge of a jungle and then a city in the middle. And then you can kind of get adjacencies for all 3 cities versus maybe plopping down 2 in the middle and, you know, only having 2 cities take advantage of the really strong adjacencies. So let's step to here, and then we can start stepping on hills. It looks like water here. I do not know. It looks like maybe a lake. It is fresh, and it looks like it might be thick enough to be a lake, but maybe it's just a winding river that way, actually. Yeah, actually, now that I see it, I think it's a winding river just like that. So yeah. Might be a city we're actually right on that spot right there. And then you could still have room for a city down here, down by this T and down there. Again, lots of options. I'm so... Ooh, nice tile there as well. Holy cow, we'll make sure we get that one in this city. I get really excited about deciding where to put cities and where districts can go. My mind just starts firing, and I want to talk about. But I'll refrain somewhat in just allowing ourselves to get through these turns and see what is coming. Still haven't met anybody, right? Holy cow. It does look like we're at the bottom, and we've kind of scouted this, so once we go north, we'll probably have a better chance of finding stuff. Boom. Shakalaka. That's a big old victory there. Next turn, we'll finish that off. Step on this hill. Wow, 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 wow. I actually love the idea of settling on that amber. Because it gets in the way of potential districts. Because it's not a 2-production city, or a 2-production... You're not going to actually work it. Similar to the way we're not really actually working this, unfortunately, because it's only got 1 production. Settling on that amber actually is not a bad idea. Although you can mine it, so that's actually really good production once you mine it. I was thinking of, obviously you can't mine that. That actually you would probably want to mine, because it's one. Because a lot of these 2/2 tiles here, you just have to keep them there as is in order to maintain the adjacencies throughout the game. So in this case, you actually want to mine that and not settle. A year. Mutiny. 1 whole year. Mutiny, thank you very much for that. A great big old splash. For the great big old 1 year. I didn't get you a present. Did you get me a present? Maybe we can just agree not to give presents this year. Thank you very much for that, buddy. A whole year. And you found me when I was on front page, right? So there you go. 1 year. Appreciate it very much. You are amazing. Thank you very much for the support. I am indeed, many ninjas. I am indeed. Excuse me. Front page of cities, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you made it, buddy. I'm glad you made it. It's good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. We're continuing to find some jungle up here. Flatter land, of course. So this is where you kind of tend to want to put the districts, is on the flatter stuff. You could potentially have another triangle here, and then have it surrounded by jungle, and then maybe a city somewhere. Looks like the jungle might run out actually before too long. So in that case, we want it to run. Is that done? And another goody hut. Goodness. One problem with already having our promotion is that we're gonna have to just sit there and heal up. Settler in 3. We still aren't 100% sure where we put a city. We really need to get across here and see, because this is going to be city number 2. We just have to kind of determine.
It is not wisdom, but
where exactly that'll be. So I'm going to move towards the goody hut, and then we'll wrap around and we'll have enough information by the time that settler pops. Always try to head towards our 50% production towards settlers card whenever we can. Boom shakalaka. Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Let's get some vision up here. Yeah, definitely down towards the bottom there. If you settled right on that marsh, you get that in your second ring. You'd still get all the horses in your second ring. The only thing is that you would have to buy a bunch of tiles to keep the 2-2 action going right out of the gate. And you would actually move this one out of your ring. But you could actually put another city there, too. I mean, depending on how cramped we are to the north for cities, you're really looking for space. I think still that I would probably work that. And then you could always buy out to that if you wanted to or whatever. And then we'll see what's going on there. Oh, we have a neighbor right there. Rip-a-doodle-doo. We're going to have to really push to get a city out here as soon as we possibly can. Mysticism. More jungles continued. A city is... We're going to have to plop down a city on the other side of this river, probably. We could potentially put it there, but I kind of want to leave this area for districts. And maybe... I was thinking maybe right there would be perfect. A city down here is actually going to be the trouble because they are very close. Not pleasant at all. There's a recon unit. That's fantastic. We can start heading north and seeing what's going on there. River wraps around. But again, running out of jungle. So, I mean, there's there's plenty of good tiles. Plenty of great things happening in this map. But also important to keep in mind as well is the fact that you know, without a lot of these nice jungle tiles coming along, it can be kind of frustrating because you like to have your first 2 or 3 cities just immersed in the jungle for awesome adjacencies. But there's lots of ways to have good games with Brazil other than having ridiculous adjacencies. So decisions. I go right into Monument typically, especially with the builder being a ways away from actually being able to do anything right now. We can get the farm farm improved, of course, but the monument will help us push the tree, and then we'll get the builder, and then probably think about our settler again. I like to heal, but it's also nice to learn information. I think I might continue up this side and then come across and get the heal back here. Guard Put's very interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to deal with that, because if they might end up having to deal with horses for a while. They may very well have to end up dealing with horses if they don't have that taken care of soon. Because I'm guessing that I never saw a scout come up here, so I'm guessing the scout went that way. And He may already have knowledge of them. So they might be in some trouble. And wouldn't that be a shame? Step on the hill. Yeah, a little bit more jungle going on up here. So, I mean, we're not doing too badly. Probably settle the tobacco. I don't mind settling that tobacco at all. Oh. Let's go here. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So, we could settle that. It's an incredibly forward settle. Right on top of them. We do steal that 3-1 off of them. You know, it's... Loyalty could be an issue. I mean, obviously, it's pretty close to our capital. We'd probably want to get our second city here or here somewhere to help it with loyalty. It certainly is where I'm inclined to go. They will not like it at all. It would also be very nice to actually do it before we meet them. So I'm actually going to have that settler walk away. And maybe we... Or sorry, that scout walk away. Maybe we can have the settler slip in there and plop down the city. And perhaps even buy a tile or two. Before we actually physically meet them. That's actually a really good idea. It's rare is the chance that you can actually do it, but possibility. Some Plains Hills over here, so potential settle on a ocean.
When you find yourself in a hole,
in a way, it's kind of funny. This is actually a funny little diplomacy strategy opposite of what you would tend to do, is meet people and stuff. Yeah, I would definitely settle the tobacco. Without a doubt. Technology-wise, let's go to bronze working while we get our resource armed in a few. There you go. Another goodie hut. You never know where they're hiding, folks. That's fantastic. Turn 18, going to 19. I'm curious to see how much trouble they're having with that barbut. Every time I see that barbut lasting another turn and another turn, I think, goodness gracious. Alright, so the jungle... Well, every time I want to say the jungle's running out, I see more sporadic jungle here. Science City-State. Maybe a first meet. Depends on where these guys went and who's up there, but potentially a first meet. Gotta hope, because we haven't had one yet. PogChamp. Fail. What the heck just happened there? Is that... PogChamp should work. I don't understand what happened there. Hey, T-Her, what's up? Oh, yeah. La Venta. And not a first meet, so unlikely that's going to be a first meet. We could get hosed on first meets. Look at that thing just hiding out there on the edge. We could get hosed on first meets, which sucks. First meets are incredibly important in this game. If you don't get any first meets, like, that's no bonus culture, no bonus faith, no bonus science. Early game, that's not nothing at all. That could be very frustrating for sure. Step on this hill.
Several closely situated
we won't get a first meet on that. I don't know, our first discovery on that. I can't imagine. Wow, we did. So they haven't gotten up there. So whoever found them, maybe they're over there. Maybe we get first meet on Babylon, was it? No, I don't think it was. No, we don't see the symbol for that. Nope. SOL. But we did get the first on that for whatever reason. That's a beautiful wonder, by the way, folks. Many ninjas. You like that I vocalized my process? Well, I've gotten feedback that they like it, so I try to do it. Keeps people going, right? Understanding what I'm talking about. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wonder. We're really going to want to find a way to get on top of that. Obviously, we're going to have to settle up here quickly. I don't see any fresh water yet, but I would almost consider making my second city up there. I don't know what we could do for fresh water, unfortunately. And it would be hard. I don't know. It's tough. These guys are kind of in a way. Like a city here, obviously. but then it's hard to figure out a way to finagle a city to that. But Torre del Paine is OP for city. As far as city growth, production, and like helping a city be awesome, it's the best one there is. There's a couple other wonders that are also very good that can give you like lots of science and culture, and even faith in big numbers. But as far as just making cities great, Torre del Paine is OP. Yeah, aqueducts won't help me though unless there's a mountain around, right? About twice that, Chatty. About twice that. I'm not really sure what you're getting at there, Tifa, but there's some faith. So we discovered a second continent, eh? Shoot. I wish I'd have known I was going to find that faith because not a big deal. Not a big deal. Many Ninjas, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. There's Auckland. So being on the water just got a lot more attractive. A lot more attractive with Auckland in the game. No victory type in mind at all, Tifa. That's not the point of the series at all. Okay, so there's our first three there. Okay. I'm going to continue to search around this area and hope. We also got to want to find a new continent would be nice before it'd be hard to do foreign trade the whole way. We still haven't met them, which is fantastic. If we haven't met them by next turn, that would be glorious. Let's step up on this hill and find another civilization. Oof. So there goes that dream. Yes, so we settled that city and settled that city. Maybe get our Petra city going. Some coastal cities won't be too bad, given that we're gonna have Auckland in the game. So that's not too bad at all. I'm doing one with each civ. I'm doing first 40 turns with each civilization. It's not necessarily based just on their biases, although we do discuss a little bit about that. It's not based on any particular starting or winning condition. It's just it's based off of all of the different things you need to know about playing deity, and surviving. And it's not like I'm recording these 100 times and finding a really good one for each civ. It's just complete raw footage and however things go. So sometimes you get super forward settled and you get into a lot of trouble and maybe you survive. Sometimes there'll even be a case where we can't even win the game because it's just too much trouble. But it's just, diplomacy, tile management, settling, choosing where to settle, how to explore, build orders, adjusting your build orders based on what you see, handling barbarians, handling early war, all the different things that can happen. And so then, you're not going to get all of those things with each playthrough, but different playthroughs will offer different things that can happen. So, yeah. This guy's going to wield back around that way. So this isn't great, but hopefully, there's some space out here. This river keeps going. I mean, we kind of have this room at least. We get their settles this way, and then, probably not going to get a city here. That's going to probably be tough to get. But maybe we do. We get a city here, maybe get enough pressure that we can get a city down there as well. And then fill in the back. Not too bad. Let's keep on trucking this way. Yeah, we did not get nearly as much. I was really hoping for a much better situation here. So the Petra city would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hills and the mine, and only one thing to chop it down. Actually, no, wait. No, there's actually be 2 more things to chop down up here if you did it there, but you had to buy spend a lot of money to get out to all of it. It's less than fantastic. You could actually settle. The Oasis and possibly get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could actually probably get 10 if you settled that Oasis. Nope, you wouldn't get that one. You'd get this one though. I don't know. Well, we'll take a look at all of it and see. Let's see where we are. Pantheon time. Of course, we always take a quick look for Harvest, and there it is. Now, Harvest is fantastic, and it is extremely overpowering. But, as I say that, other things to keep in mind. In a run with Brazil, you're going to keep a lot of the jungle around. So a lot of those tiles you see that you can say, well, chop it all down. Actually, you're not going to chop a lot of that down, so that's a lot of missed opportunity that you'll have there. A lot of that territory to our south, we don't actually see a lot of chops, and some of it's forest along river, where we might actually need to do some lumber mills there, because we don't have a ton of hills down there. So, in this case, even though Goddess of Harvest, no matter how many chops you've got, even if you have minimal chops, Goddess of the Harvest is still very overpowering. You don't necessarily always want to go with it. And one thing I want to suggest here as well is culture victory is extremely strong for Brazil. They can also do science victories very well. They don't really have any major benefit for military, but they do very good adjacencies for the other 3 victories. And in particular, they're extremely good at getting great people. And I actually did a run, one of our games of the week, our very first game of the week was a Brazil culture run, where I compounded all the synergies of great people. So their patronage combined with Divine Spark and building lots of really good districts, and I added all those kind of things up. So you can go Divine Spark if you wanted, and that's very strong, particularly helping you get a really quick boost on getting some of those early great people, writers and artists and stuff like that. You could also consider a lot of other ones. So if you go in here and take a look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bananas and a coffee. There's also tobacco and tea. Potential for even more up here. So it wouldn't, if you wanted to get a boost of culture, because right now we're not getting a ton of extra culture at the moment. One opportunity that you could take a look at for your Pantheon would be the oral tradition. You would get a little bit of extra culture from a few of these, including a ton of bananas. So right out of the gate, you kind of have like that boost of culture. It eventually runs out to the point where, you know, it's only 6 or 7 culture, and at turn 150, that's not that valuable. But the early boost that you can get out of that can be really advantageous. Something to absolutely take a very close look at. So that's something you consider. I don't really ever think of Goddess of the Festivals as strong enough. A little bit extra food. Under very limited circumstances would I consider that. Goddess of the Pastures, we actually have a ton of horses around as well, so that's another possibility you could think about. Divine Spark, like I said. The other one is you could consider, which is actually pretty good, especially if you have Auckland in the game. You could consider so many, yeah. Well, that's the thing, is you don't have a ton. But if you were saying, okay, we got Auckland in the game, maybe we have a lot of fishing resources. If we took production from fishing boats, compounded that with Auckland, we could make some OP cities on the coast. In this case, we only see 3 so far. Not worth taking that risk. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you grab that one, pastures, but not a lot else out here. That would be 6. That'd be 7. That's not bad culture either. So either one of those will work. I'm actually going to choose Divine Spark for this one, simply because I feel like it fits really well with Brazil. I feel like it's the one that fits the best with them. We're gonna plop down this city right here. Bada bing, bada boom. First settlement on Lemuria, which makes me think that I missed something. Why is it the first settlement on Lemuria? Oops. Oh wow, we're on a continent split. You know what I did? I did it again. When I went to check continent split at the beginning, I think I hit on the settler card, on the settler, and it all looked the same. Oh my god. Yeah, they were actually on a continent split. That's actually really good. So that actually like a little bonus culture as well is nice. But yeah, so we have the luxuries down here are different from the luxuries up here, so that's actually kind of bonus. And Boom is a funny guy. Yeah, culture from pasture was definitely a consideration. I actually, if I was playing this game, certain circumstances under which I would definitely choose culture from pasture for that, because pastures are quick to make and things like that, and definitely was a possibility. Monument always in our cities, for sure. Got the 2-2 going. You could go with the 3-1, get the growth a little bit quicker, but I don't want to sacrifice that production for that many turns. I'd rather just go with the 2-2. So there's more era score for us. We're out of the Dark Age. Any chances of that, at least? There's another pasture, as it turns out. Okay, so keep on trucking. Wow. Okay, so there's a lake here actually, and this is opening up, and there's actually the potential for a really big Petra out here. There might be an 11 Petra right here with a mine as well. You would have a lot of trouble with chops, maybe just the one. You could eat the sheep for early population and eat the marsh for early population, though. Not an impossibility at all. Let's go ahead and get a meet here. Honored to meet you, and we would love to help your hospitality since we're at your borders. Of course, do not forget to go ahead and drop that delegation. It's fantastic because it's a quick look. Our first impression was -5, then we have a 3. We will be able to do open borders soon, so we won't have to wait too long before we get the open borders. It's unfortunate that we on the continent split, so we didn't get the Discover Second Continent boost, even though we've got 2 of them in our area. And then take a quick look. +3 and -5. Oops. And then oops. So make deal just to see. He's got his 2 cities down. That's it. And you can actually see right here. A good thing to keep an eye on is he actually has one other person he's met, and he's at war with them. Very good chance he's at war with what's his name to our south. I think that's Congo to our south. Anyway, it looks like it is. Yeah, he's at war indeed. Yeah. So he's at war. Good idea. It's always a good idea to take a quick look here. He's still in chiefdom government. Yeah, so that's a tough agenda to follow as well. So it's always good to unless you're going for a religion with lots of holy special districts, prayer bear links, if you will. So he's actually gonna gobble up some of that. It's gonna be interesting. I'll be curious to see who he's at war with. So we got our monuments going. Let's go to next turn here. There it is. It is Congo. Thanks to the direction action. We don't know if yeah. We don't want him. Although he knows where we are, and he actually went and bought that 2-2 on us. That was actually my mistake. I meant to buy that immediately, and I forgot. And he went and bought it on us. That was actually my mistake. I meant to buy it the first turn, and then I was distracted. Not good strats. Wow. Mistake on my part. Again, we'll send a quick delegation there. I cannot say yes. That might be because he met us. He's actually friendly with somebody, and I don't see him at war, so that's not it. He won't actually take the delegation right now. He might be upset about that forward settle, even though that's actually interesting. Why does he have an extra reason for being angry right now? Yeah, he might actually have that forward settle issue being a problem. That would definitely be something where you're going to want to focus on getting yourself some military units. It would be nice. I want to get the builder for sure, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to jump into some slingers here before too long. I also want to just take a quick look around here and kind of push through here. This is some nice land up here. Some nice jungles sitting around that would have been nice for us as well. Beautiful 2-2 tile with culture. That Torre del Pain. Oof. See, like, to me, you might want to consider an idea here of going with some early military. I mean, it's up to you. I'm because there's two civs there. I'd probably shy against it. If it was just one civ kind of in and around Torre del Paine, I might consider transitioning to military and seeing if we can't take a couple cities in and around that wonder, because those cities will be OP and it'd be worth not just good cities but great cities that you could take with an early military game and then secure your back end later in it. You know, early military can, like early aggression, can really be helpful. If I had less land back here, I would definitely be considering it. If this was more cut like this, and I was going to have to squeeze a couple of crap cities on the coast, and then be stuck with 3 good cities, I would definitely consider pushing here and then doing a late settle within the coastal cities. But we have room potentially to get a couple cities here that'd be solid. A Petra city potentially, a couple more on the coast here with Auckland as a suzerain would be fantastic. So we have lots of options that keep us from needing to worry too much about going early war. There is a new meat right there. Let's go say hello to him with a delegation. Go. Keep moving here. A lot of hills up in there. Yes, it's enticing. It is enticing to do a Petra city there. Wouldn't be a very good one. Or it would be a very good one if you get it, but wouldn't be very easy to get it. There's the denunciation that we were expecting. You can expect war before long. So, oh, there's another continent. How awesome is that? Just in time. We just got past the point where we needed it, which is fantastic. We could turn off that because we don't need it anymore. We'll just grab that production and go like that. And we are going to want to very quickly transition over to, oops. We're going to want to very quickly go to craftsmanship and get the production of units going. Also grab us an envoy from Leventa, so that's some extra faith right there. Let's step on that hill next. Keep moving. Look at that. You could actually consider the settle there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So it'd be something similar there, but you'd have a little bit more chops in around the area maybe than you would down here. The problem is that where else do you put a city? Like, you put one there, like, where is the closest city you get? Like, you put one here, which is crap. I mean, you've got this massive desert. Really difficult thing to deal with, actually, when you think about it. There you go. Let's just keep the exploration going. Down to his edges of his land there. So, one thing to consider, like, you've got this string of city-states in the middle here. Getting to this point is really key, because if you keep letting him settle south, he's going to start cramming into your land. Now, this isn't the greatest land, but, you know, it's always nice to find areas where you can pinch them off without considering much of a forward settle, and that's actually a probably pretty solid spot. Then you can kind of have your chunk, right? Well, it's considering those things, that's important. I'm gonna step on that hill, and there's a goody hut. Unfortunately, I was thinking if there was a chop there, it'd be nice to have at least 2 chops for this city. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Indeed. Let's continue this way. There's some mountains and a river. Some nice land here. It's funny, Torre del Paine is actually kind of right crammed between 3 locations, so it's very interesting. When this builder's over, 100% we're going to slingers. And I'll probably go slinger, and then probably a slinger or 2 out of this. This city is slowly looting, like it's like fractionally, so it's not going to be a problem. Once we get a city up here as well, that'll be close enough to help out as well. A builder unit, are you kidding me? So there, right out of the gate right there, that's actually fantastic. I'm going to actually switch to a slinger right now. I think, yeah, because I'm never going to get the 3 improvement tiles, because the only options I have are irrigations, Oh, actually, that's a mine as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. So that's... I could do 2 farms and a mine. 2 turns I could send him at that. Was still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 turns from once to get that done. And I can't delay to get to that Agogi military card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off that builder. I can always go back to it and finish it later. Trader, you always like to get your trader as soon as you possibly can, but I'm going to go Slinger. There's no doubt that we're going to be going to war, I think, with Congo. There's not really any way that you're going to get around that war right now. You forward settle them. We forward settle them. Super close neighbors. They've already denounced you. They still haven't dealt with this yet. They must be dealing with barbarians. Horsemen. They must be. And look at that war. So he's down to 91 strength. Wow. Oof, that's crazy. Be curious to see how that develops. Very curious to see how that develops. Step up there. See if we can't walk through that land before they enforce their borders. Next turn, coming up on 27. There is a barbarian. I'm going to step across there. They don't typically go for units, so that scout hopefully isn't too much trouble. That is taking a bit of a chance, but I rarely do you see a barbarian scout aggressively taking units. I'm going to head back with this unit. 7 turns, we'll get full health. And we may need to take him at Sao Paulo to help with the wall strength in that city for sure. Hopefully we have that long. Continue the exploration. Let's get to the other side of this here. Let's go. What's this city doing for tiles? Still doing the 2-2, and then we don't have a lot of other big. I needed to grab that 2-2 tile. It would be nice if we could grow to that. Growth out of the 3-1s is fine. Once we mine that, that'll be a fantastic tile. And then this city, not bad. It's working the culture, which is which is nice, but it's actually slowing down the production. I think I'm going to lock in that 2-2 there and speed that production up. In fact, you know what I tend to do if I can do it is I'll just go like that and give us the number. I think I like that. Wow, they took it. Very, very rarely do I ever see them do that. A barbarian scout do that. That is not cool. Not happy about that at all. That is a major, major mistake I just made. Wow. I just rarely have they ever see barbarian scouts make that move. I took a big chance there and I shouldn't have. Oh, the embarrassment. Oh my god. Alright, well. It is what it is. Yeah, salt. Salt for the mistake. Okay, taking a good look at their land, which is nice. Continue to move out this way. Let's go ahead and get that promotion, and we're going to take jungle, I think. Next turn, this is going to be pop 2. Oh, speaking of warmongers, we'd love to sample your hospitality. Oh, geez. All kinds of new people. There's German. Oh, both of them right in the first go. We met the people of Germany and became the first to meet all civilizations of the world. Wow, yeah. That's +4. We were actually 1 away from a golden age with 11 turns to go. Early golden age. It makes me wish I'd gone harvest. Oh well. There's Hong Kong. Choose production. Another slinger. Let's go. So I want to get this guy, and I want to kind of make him want to move that way towards my builder, or my warrior. So I'm going to go like this, so that he can't go there. And I'm going to go like this, and Might still go that way, but potentially we can corner him off and get him dead. Chatty, thank you for the bits. Stay away from third place, he says. That's mine! Can't have it, he says. Alright, so there's the top of the con, it looks like. Or thereabouts. Again, we're going Slinger again. He's not going to move that guy. Looks. Oh, he did move him, but he can't get away, so we're good. We just stole him back. So mistake averted. I don't really care about killing that guy right now, so I'm going to come back here. I want to get him healed and moved in this direction. They're enforcing their borders, as are they. Continue the exploration. Technology-wise, we're going to go ahead and start irrigation. We also found iron, so it's another information piece that we can start to help with our decision-making. There's a bunch of iron out here. Making a city out there very, very strong looking. Because that's the only iron I see anywhere amongst our land. That's it. So that would be a very big consideration as well. Moving along there. And Monument in 5. Working 3-1 to help the growth. I think the growth is the right move until you have a 2-2 to work. We actually have the gold. We could actually buy another 2-2. But I actually like the growth there. In that city. I like getting to pop 3 as soon as we can. 2 more turns on another Slinger. 2 turns on a Gogi. That early Empire. Pop 6. That's fantastic. Like that. Okay. So we can. No, we're. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to finish a Gogi. How many more turns in early Empire? 8. Okay. Yeah. So let's go like that. We're gonna get our farm. It's gonna be a couple of +5 food tiles. That is insane how fast that city's gonna be able to grow. Let's just make sure that we're using one of them. So we'll turn off the focus on production. But I will lock in that 2-2. So we're working a 5, a 3-2, and a couple of 2-2s. And that city's gonna grow like weed. It's 9 p.m. and you have to be up in 4 hours. Have a good night, buddy, and happy 4th to you. I hope the fireworks go amazing. Be safe, of course. Yeah, I hope the whole thing goes well, and hope everybody in New York is impressed with your work. Have a good one. We'll talk to you in a couple days.
Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink.
Look at that. Don't see that one that much. I like Lake Ripa. I like that particular wonder. I don't know. It's not amazing, but for whatever reason, I like it. Alright. So there's a lot of squeezing. It feels like a lot of people are squeezed in. And we actually got pretty good over here. Not bad. We are adapting quickly to the close nature of our neighbor and the denouncement by grabbing slingers as soon as we possibly can. I'm going to turn on a Gogi real quick and continue with the production. And I'm also going to go ahead and snag probably at least another slinger and then a slinger from here. And then go settler in here. Or at least once we get our settler card. 9 turns to the settler card. Midway with 40 biddies. Thank you, buddy. Hope you enjoyed your soccer game today, buddy. Or your football game, if you will. Let's go ahead and work the other one as well. And then I'm going to have that guy head all the way out there for the mine. That unit needs orders. You continue that way. all the exploration going on. We are, by the way, at the Golden Age. We'll have an early Golden Age. Just like that. Fantastic stuff right there. Fantastic stuff right there. Continue the movement out here in preparation for a potential attack. Boom. It's going to meet on this Antioch. One disappointing thing we did have in this game, I would say, is that we did not get any first meets. We are meeting a bunch of city-states now that we've gotten all this exploration going, but no first meets was not great. One thing I would take a quick look at. Now, you notice I didn't give delegations to these guys who are a long ways away, because at the time I was thinking save gold for potentially upgrading slingers to archers. We've got a war coming. We're not making a ton of gold right now. It's a lot of wasted gold. You can see here that Alexander is actually in a happy face with us. And whenever you see a happy face that springs up, always jump on the bandwagon there, because it immediately gives you plus big score, and then they're going to be friends for life as long as you keep on managing it. So having a whoremonger as a friend early on is fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Oh, Midway snags it. Oh no. Yes, Monument and the Slinger. So 2 turns on both of those. Yeah, getting to Agogi, switching off to get to Agogi was kind of a calculated thing where it does slow you down on getting to the card you'd like to get. There. Lots of exploration we got in here. Getting that bonus scout was really nice. Armagus, Clairvoyant, Saladin. Here comes the units from. After irrigation, we'll go straight to archery, and we're going to go with another slinger there. I'm actually going to get him on... Oh, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. I'm going to get him on the move as well. Here comes the aggression. It's coming. And it's nothing you can do about it. Other than having been prepared. That's all we can really do about that. Penalty kick shares are the worst. Yeah.
The man has enough.
I'm gonna go there. Cross that. That's not bad. He's probably gonna attack next turn, which is not great. But we're not in too bad a shape. That's bringing us up on the end of the first 40 turns, though. Of course, we actually need to get. We're actually 15 turns from archery, which is bit of a mistake. Pushing to irrigation that we weren't even going to be using that much.
Mount
Kilimanjaro is another solid wonder, and of course we're not going to get to enjoy it. Yeah. Irrigation is welcome. There's the war that we were expecting. That slinger did die. And this city is in trouble. We didn't, we just weren't quite fast enough, as it turned out. We could definitely make, this is definitely not that big a deal. That slinger was in a bit of trouble there. We continued to build units in preparation for archery. He's only got slingers as well, so it's not that big of a deal. This city will be in trouble, like I said. But not horrible. We will, of course, go in here and buy a warrior, which will make this city twice as strong when he goes to attack it. And that puts us behind the 8 ball a little bit on gold. But it's a unit. In order to save that city, that's what you have to do. This war won't be tough, but absolutely survivable. We've got enough units right now. 2 warriors, 3 slingers, 2 more slingers coming. That's a lot of firepower. We'll get him to archery is very soon. We'll get the boost, no problem with this many slingers hanging around, and it's going to be a good game. There's lots of space to have lots of fun. We ended up having, because of this forward settle we did here, it slowed us down having to prepare for the war. We do not have a slinger, so we did not get a settler to settle that tobacco up here, which would have been nice to have our 3 cities down, or at least close to getting that 3rd city down. Lots of space back here to get some solid cities. Potential Petra city if you got on top of it. And who knows, you know, depending, he doesn't have that big of an army. You melt that army down, you might actually be able to get a couple of these cities here and open up even more room and make the rest of the game cakewalk. This is a pretty cool map, and I kind of like the way, didn't get a ton of jungle as Brazil, but enough to have a fun run. And I hope you enjoyed this edition of First 40 Turns. That is exactly what can happen in those very first 40 turns. Hope you've enjoyed. Comments below. Subscribe and like if you did enjoy. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time on the series. Bye-bye.